This short video tells you how I made the trysail table with the textured finish as shown here. First of all, I start with a plasma cut sheet of steel, a section of which is shown here. I then heat that up in the propane forge shown here, and then I'm going to put different types of blocks that I've made to go in a power hammer like this one, which is then swapped over with these ones after each process. So this one is done with the small square blocks, and then once that's done I'll swap the block on the top of this, the jaws of this power hammer, with the one with the ball bearings on, and then the larger block, and so on until we end up with a really interesting textured effect on the one side of the red hot steel, and this will result in an end result that looks something like this. I then take the flat piece of steel and put it through this process here, which is using a half sphere of a very hard steel, pushing down onto a large piece of oak. Oak has an amazing resilience to pressure like this, and the result is that the 6mm steel just domes, but the texture doesn't disappear, it just pushes into the oak. I then take the domed and curved piece of steel over to the vise, get a very large bending bar, and put as much pressure as I can, really using my whole body weight, to bend the steel through 90 degrees in order to shape it yet further. After this, I polish up the textured face of the steel using a wire brush on an angle grinder, followed by a flap disc on another angle grinder, and the end result is something very much like this. This is just one stage, but this is all 3 stages. After I've finished polishing the whole piece, I then glue on a rubber pad where it's going to sit on the floor, and also another rubber pad in between the join where it bolts together. This silver textured finish is the result of what we've just seen, but in order to achieve this tempered colour I need to heat the steel almost to red hot using a blowtorch, and let it cool again after it's been lacquered. This smooth gloss red painted finish is obviously not textured at all. It's polished up and then taken to a powder coaters. This is a technique that involves passing powder past electrically charged metal to cover every single part of the surface. If you have any questions about how anything was made on my website, please go to jazzasbury.co.uk and look up the contact details. Thank you very much.